This article comes from BuzzFeed News. Don't. It's still an article. A thing happened. It's not an opinion piece. This is news. This college junior was shot twice after stopping an attempted sexual assault. Kyle Richard chased after a man who allegedly tried to sexually assault a woman at a Long Island party. So this comes out April of 2018 was when this article came out. But this is something that is very real and has been very real on campus for a long time. Sexual assault on campus gets a lot of news. People getting shot related to sexual assault is not often in the news, but it is often dangerous to jump into a violent crime. And that's what sexual assault is. It's a violent crime. So what basically happened to this amazing person, Kyle Richard, is that he and I think one or two other people basically bashed down a door and found a person attempting to violate another person, and they caught it in time. So that's that's a lot. That deserves a lot of credit and praise. That's not common, and it was very clear what happened. And so this young man ran after, and this person was a junior in college, just like you. He was an upperclassman in college that ran after somebody and was saying, what did you do? What were you doing? And the guy who was doing it was backing off, saying like, chill, and then pulls out a gun and shoots the guy, hits him in both legs, and almost hits him in the head. Now, what's interesting about this is the man had been identified. Now there were witnesses. It was a violent assault. It was clear that he was going to be in trouble. He's not an unknown person on the campus. So what was the purpose of running after this individual? This is where things went wrong. So he just came after this person and asked him what was going on in the bathroom. And he said, I asked him what he was doing to that girl. He kept telling me to chill. And the man was 15 feet away from him. He pulled out a gun and he shot at him. So where did this go sideways? This went sideways when the crime had already been stopped, but there was no real plan of action. It was all heat of the moment, and there wasn't really anything specific to do aside from just pummel this guy, which I'm sure was the feeling that this person had when he saw him try to violate a human being in a way that's just grotesque. So this person survived. Richard survived, but could this have gone better? Yes. So there's two sides of it. One, sexual assault's very real. Physically assaulting people is something that happens on college campuses. It is a very real danger, and speaking to people and having good plans and knowing where your friends are and knowing where people are during a time like a party, and not being irresponsible with your drinking when you know that you have people there that you care about, or that even if you are somebody that you hopefully care about yourself, so that you can stop bad people from doing bad things. If you're on here and you're one of the bad people that does bad things, I really doubt I can stop you from doing bad things by telling you, hey, don't do bad things. So my concern is always for the good people who can either prevent or stop bad people from doing bad things, or even good people from doing bad things. I'm not here to judge whether or not you're moral characters here. All I'm saying is stopping bad things from happening is great. Full stop. Now, being safe and smart about it is the best. So what do I mean by that? At first, what Richard had was a group of people in a more public area where it was much safer to confront someone. That was great. That's safe. Next, what happens, though, is that he chases this person down in a one-to-one scenario. Now you're not safe. And this person, Richard, is a football player. He's a strong person, seemingly very physically fit. That it doesn't matter, because you don't know who you're messing with when you go to mess with somebody and you're messing with them one-to-one. That you just never know. It's a very dangerous proposition. It's very difficult to deal with somebody who has a gun. Even trained people will tell you a person with a gun versus a person without a gun, it's not a good scenario. So how could this have been different? It could have been a little bit different. Confront, stop the incident, call the police. If the person runs off, that's fine. Police are very good at finding people. There are dogs that can sniff clothing and find this person, especially when it's a college campus. We know where people live. We know where people are. Young people particularly, they don't have a whole lot of strategies and plans. Sexual assault typically is not super premeditated, so it's not like they have a getaway vehicle and they're going out of state. it's safe to assume that the best thing that you could do is protect your friends and then call the police. So what do you need to know? You need to know always where you're going, what the emergency number is, where the closest police or the closest public safety officers or people like that are in relation to you when you're, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing when you go out. These are the sorts of things that you really need to be looking into, but just the safeguards. Number two, go out in groups. Go out in accountability groups where there's not just a designated driver, there are designated groupies. Like you can have a designated group of people. You can have, it's me and I always need to know where you two are, and you always need to know where this one and I. So there's just a triangle at least of people where we are all accountable to be doing regular check-ins. I mean, a lot can happen in a very short amount of time. So this is not foolproof. So the other thing that I recommend is having either quick texts, either verbal and that like safe words like Christmas in July, something very quick that you could just text, or you could bring somebody over in a party scenario and say to them where they know exactly what you're saying and it's time to go, or they know what you're saying and this person's giving them the creeps, stay close to me. So there are a lot of things that you can do just preventatively, just to make sure nothing ever happens. But having these conversations ahead of time preventatively can really make a huge difference. Practicing in your head and even discussing with your friends, if I ever see something go on, there's going to be getting you clear and safe from the scenario, making sure that there are witnesses, and calling the police. Just making sure you have a simple safety plan and not being out someplace where only maybe 3 of you know each other and you've never really been there before. Plus, as we get closer to Halloween, have you not seen these horror movies? Like, really bad things happen when you just go with your 2 best friends. I mean, even like 5 people in a cabin in the woods, I heard, is not a good idea. But all kidding aside, it really is important to have familiar ground, familiar settings, host the party. Don't go to binge drinking parties where you know that bad things tend to happen. Just be responsible, guys. Like it's not too much to ask of your friends, and it's not too much to expect from yourself. So this article is really important, and it should hit close to home. It should remind us all just how quickly and how easily something terrible could happen just like that. Now, I do want to wrap up the article by letting everybody know that Richard did make a full recovery, and he actually was even able to play football again in the fall of 2017. So again, a great person. I wish he would not have gotten shot, but it's great to hear that he recovered. So that's that. Stay safe and stay prepared. Did you like that video? Did you find it interesting? Do you want to find out more about how to get more out of life? That's a lot of mores, and we can do even more than that. So if you would like to check out our website, www.collegesuccesscoaching.com, you can see what it's all about. I answer live questions every week. I have videos with experts in all kinds of fields that can help you to learn more about what they do and what you could be doing, and even more. We have resources on the website. It's a blast. So go ahead, check out the website. It's risk-free. 2 weeks on me. You're welcome. And otherwise, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can get all these article reviews, as well as every once in a while, I'll do a live Periscope where I'll answer any questions anybody sends me throughout that time. So keep on keeping on. We'll see you soon.